It's always a pleasure welcoming you to a fresh edition of the program People and Events, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. I am Tessie Omiri and I'm standing in for your regular host, Ogochukwuka Ona. Are you a lover of meaningful stage plays? Then we have something for you on the lineup. A beautiful play titled For Halima's Sake by Patrick Otoro. The week was filled with activities from different platforms to commemorate World Breastfeeding Week. We will bring you a report on the significance of breastfeeding. Also on our menu, we'll showcase how art is strengthening cultural ties and fostering meaningful connections between nations from the Spanish Embassy. We will also bring you a birthday celebration of Asiwaju Adebowale Omotosho at 90. Now, are you a fan of Owambe? Or will you prefer your bride on ground during her wedding or connect through the screen? We'll bring you a special on marriage by proxy or online marriages. Also bring you a night of tribute in honor of late Nigerian policy analyst Dr. Emeka Okenu, who was also a dear friend of the house. Now these are the highlights. Sit back, fasten your seatbelts, and enjoy the ride. You're welcome. We'll begin with an interesting story about love, sacrifice, faith, and consequences for Halima's Sake by Patrick Otoro.
A thought-provoking stage production has lit up the Transkar Hilton, drawing theatre lovers, cultural enthusiasts, and art lovers. Before the curtain rose, the venue was already buzzing. Guests arrived in style, walking the red carpet in an atmosphere that blended glamour with anticipation and walking through the exhibited pieces, a fitting prelude to an evening of powerful storytelling.
The stage play is about the struggle. And art, like one prominent artwork we have there, is about the struggle of the emancipation of Africans through the security trials, which is linking it again back to the stage play as it relates to us in our current life. So many of the pieces here are related to the connection between art, the placing through art, the connection between our lives and the security system we have in the country now.
Comedians warmed up the crowd, setting the tone for what will become a deeply moving night. But beyond the glamour and laughter lies a story that would leave many in deep thought. The play, titled For Halima's Sake, follows Halima, a resilient woman who sells akara in her northern community to support her family, and her brilliant daughter Aisha, whose hunger for education is her greatest hope. But hope is shadowed by danger. Halima is molested and murdered by the associates of the wealthiest man in the community, a man whose power has long shielded him from the consequences of the terror his circle unleashes on locals. Her death leaves behind a grieving family and a community burdened by fear and silence. But while Halima's story ends in tragedy, her daughter's story is only beginning. Driven by grief and determination to seek justice, Aisha leaves her community to study law in the city. Years later, armed with knowledge, courage, and purpose, she returns to confront the system that failed her mother and countless others. She rallies her father, the villagers, and the traditional ruler to challenge the culture of silence and demand accountability from those in power. Despite attempts to erase painful memories through gifts and public displays of generosity, the community refuses to be silent. 2 years later, the case is reopened.
Forgiveness is between a man and Allah. But justice is between a man and the people he has harmed.
In a gripping courtroom finale, the culprit is found guilty and sentenced, a moment that brought the audience to
guilty and sentenced to 75 years imprisonment
Audience members were visibly moved, with many describing the performance as riveting, and the story resonated deeply with current realities across the country.
And I enjoyed every bit of it, and it actually reflects what's actually happening in the society. And there's a need for the government and also for the citizens to step up and actually make things happen.
Everybody, we all need to secure Nigeria. Everybody. So let us all find a way to secure Nigeria.
For the cast and crew members, the play is more than entertainment. It is a deliberate call to conscience, a mirror held up to leaders and the nation at a time of growing insecurity. For Halima's sake is not just a story of one woman or one community. It is a question asked of every person in a position of authority. How long will the powerless wait for justice? As the curtain falls and the audience rises in applause, one thing becomes clear. A reminder that justice may take time, but the pursuit of truth must never end. And through Aisha's courage, Halima's voice continues to be heard.
For Halima's sake.
Quite a heart-touching play there, For Halima's Sake. Indeed, a beautiful play. Wonderful messages for you to take home. Now, the ancient town of Awe recently went agog when families and friends, as well as dignitaries from far and near, converged to celebrate one of their illustrious sons, Pa Theophilus Adewale Omotosho, the Asiwaju of Awe town, as he celebrates his 90th birthday anniversary. Funke Amole captured the colorful moment.
It was a moment of joy and celebration galore in Awe, an ancient town in Oyo State. As a renowned philanthropist and industrialist, Asiwaju Theophilus Adewale Omotosho celebrated his 90th birthday in grand style. The Nigerian, widely described as a man of integrity, humility, and wisdom, as well as a successful business tycoon, received encomium for his immense contributions to community development and his exemplary lifestyle.
Man of honor and a God-fearing person.
A mentor, an entrepreneur, an industrialist.
Family members who could not hide their feelings and joy expressed gratitude to God for preserving the life of the celebrant over the years. They added that the life and journey on earth of the celebrant has remained a source of inspiration to the younger generation.
Prince is a loving man. He's warm-hearted. He will give, like me, he will give from his last kobo.
A nice and hardworking man.
A nice and loving man.
From Asitukas, Bond Group. He's an industrialist and is celebrating his 90th birthday today.
And the Simon, the pastor of the Living Spring Chapel, Femi Emmanuel, admonished individuals to emulate the purposeful lifestyle of Pa Omotosho.
And is the impact, the legacy, the monument, the life we will touch and turn around. That's what is important. And that's what Nigerians should live for.
The celebration also featured a novelty football match between the Federal School of Surveying team and Bond Chemical team, with Bond Chemical taking the lead with one goal in the first half, while FSS team recorded no goal.
Your love played very well, especially the goal.
Spectators described the match as a unifying factor organized to commemorate the 90th birthday of the Nigerian and to cement the ties among the people of Awe.
You know, it's a friendly match. Both Bond and Federal School of Surveying, we are partners in progress.
Celebrating Baba at 90, and we all pray to grow old. So it's an honor. Kim, happy birthday from FSS Oyo.
The match was really entertaining and interesting. I can see all the footballers, they put all their skills into it.
The one goals we won by. It was a competitive match. Both Survey School and Bond played a good match.
It's going on very, very, very well, and I am happy that we are using this to commemorate the 90th birthday of Asiwaju Debo Omotosho.
Highlights of the event included the cutting of the birthday cake by the celebrants and the well-wishers, while musical entertainment added glamour to the memorable occasion.
We say hearty 90 cheers to the celebrant. For many mothers, breastfeeding is often seen as a natural part of motherhood, but the journey is not always easy. From fears about inadequate breast milk and pressure from family members to the demands of work and conflicting advice, many mothers struggle to practice exclusive breastfeeding. As the world marks the 2026 World Breastfeeding Week with the theme, Breastfeeding for Sustainable Start in Life, Strengthen What Works, Uche Ugochukwu examines why breast milk remains one of nature's most powerful tools for giving every child a healthy start in life.
Every drop of breast milk, records show, is more than food. But for mothers like Joy Peter, the idea that breast milk alone could adequately nourish a baby was difficult to believe until the remarkable weight gain of her premature baby after 2 months of exclusive breastfeeding.
I don't believe things like this, but this one worked for me. So exclusive is actually good.
Research shows breast milk provides essential nutrients, supports brain development, and contains antibodies that help protect babies from infections, and recommends babies begin breastfeeding within the first hour of birth and exclusively for the first 6 months of age.
If we can actually promote exclusive breastfeeding all around the world, the whole world will save $339 billion annually. Can you imagine how that money can be used for other purposes as well?
Please protect the breastfeeding effort through the legislation.
However, many mothers still face challenges, including difficulties at the workplace.
I'm sick, I feel tired, I can't do any other thing.
Thank you very much. At the launching of the first 1,000 days of life.
Nigeria joins the world in celebrating Breastfeeding Week with the launch of the first 1,000 Days of Life campaign.
Aims to improve knowledge, transform behaviors, and mobilize families and communities to adopt evidence-based nutrition practices throughout pregnancy and early childhood. It promotes good maternal nutrition, early initiation, exclusive breastfeeding, timely complementary feeding, continued breastfeeding, and stronger community ownership of optimal nutrition behaviors.
Investing in breastfeeding enablers is an investment in Nigeria's future.
Breastfeeding, experts advise, is the foundation for a healthier start in life for babies.
Many thanks, Uche. It's not just cheaper, it's the surest way to babies' optimal health. Art often finds a way to bridge gaps where traditional diplomacy struggles. The Spanish embassy in Abuja recently tapped into this potential with a striking flamenco performance. Comfort Fashion led an unforgettable journey, proving Edgar Winter's timeless truth. Music has the power to bring people together.
In a moment of global tensions, wars, migration crisis, economic nationalism, what can a guitar do? El Niño the LD, one of the most fearless Spanish voices in contemporary flamenco, answers the question.
Somos capaces de reconocer
we are able to recognize
las conexiones de las diferentes culturas
from different cultures
y las diferencias.
And the differences.
Entonces es difícil encontrar por suerte fronteras.
It's difficult, luckily, to find boundaries.
Whenever we come together, there is love, there's acceptance, and there's understanding. Magic happens.
The openness, the easiness, and the flow kind of thing that you feel when you come to places like Africa is absolutely determinant, and it's one of the things that strikes you most.
It's a powerful mix, not just about the show, but what happens when two different cultures share the same stage. After the success of previous cultural initiatives, the Embassy of Spain returns with something delectable, something that whispers a truth that modern diplomacy is learning. Indeed, this is spiritual, with a fusion of bata, gong, and shakare, fusing into the Spanish guitar or Spanish string, uniting the people. I see the word of Edgar Winter coming to pass. He said music have the power to connect people.
The power of the guitar. There is this display and a beautiful fusion. Indeed, music is always soothing. Let's take a break. The program returns in just a moment. Technology has continued to reshape everyday life. It is also changing one of society's oldest institutions, the marriage. Now couples separated by distance are exchanging marriage vows online. But can technology truly replace the warmth, tradition, and communal spirit that have long defined Nigerian weddings? Out of curiosity of this growing trend of online marriages and what it means for culture, faith, and family, I went out to sample opinions. This is a familiar scene in many Nigerian homes during preparations for a traditional wedding. From cooking local delicacies to arranging items for the payment of the bride price, every activity reflects the excitement of two families coming together in celebration. The atmosphere becomes even more joyful as the bride makes her grand entrance to cheers, songs, and dancing. But this wedding is different, as the family can only wave at the bride-to-be, who is thousands of kilometers away in another country, joining the ceremony through a screen. In a world powered by technology, even weddings are going virtual. While the trend is gaining popularity, it is also raising the question, does going digital diminish the beauty and significance of the marriage ceremony?
The second meaning of marriage is responsibility. And it's the responsibility and the sacrifice that will bring back a union on which bedrock the society will grow. So I'm not in support of proxy marriages. Sincerely, if they have known themselves enough, but because of barriers, impediments like immigration, if they marry here formally, from there and here, I do not object to it. In other words, they knew themselves, they know what they're going into. Not they are just going to do a proxy marriage.
Previously, I was feeling somehow, was seeing my family gathering like this, everybody smiling. I think I'm very, very happy, I'm very excited. It doesn't take anything. I can see everybody, the smile alone is making me very, very happy. Look at me.
Beyond the excitement lies another concern, the question of sanctity. Can a marriage conducted virtually carry the same spiritual and cultural significance as one celebrated in the physical presence of families and witnesses?
The first marriage took place in the Garden of Eden. It was between Adam and Eve. There wasn't any proxy there. It's a covenant, and it's such a covenant that God expects it to be for life. A covenant for life. So if you treat it with levity, it will even affect the seed you will produce. If there's no honor in marriage,
one circumstances or the other may not make the bride or the groom or even both available physically. And therefore, Islam permits marriage by representation. For a proxy marriage, for marriage by representation, conditions must be fulfilled.
As times change, events change, and ways of doing things change. So we thank God for technology that can facilitate even you from distant place able to communicate and even see yourself online real time, and people can gather and actually see what is happening as if they were physically present. In the olden days, even by tradition, people got married even from distant lands. Then the marriage had to be done anyhow, with some representatives of the family being there to make sure everything goes well.
While some Nigerians believe marriage by proxy is a practical solution for genuine long-distance relationships in today's interconnected world, others say it could encourage hurried decisions.
I think it could work, but personally for me, I would not go into that. I don't want to even have anything to do with that. But if they're in agreement, for instance, now after the online marriage, you can still do a wedding party later on. So I think it can still work from there. It all depends on the people in question.
Because I think I've seen one or two weddings like that where the husband's picture is just there. I really don't believe anything like that.
They acknowledge technology may be changing how people get married, but it has not changed the purpose of marriage itself. Whether celebrated in a packed event center or through a video call, the promise remains unchanged. Like I said, whichever form you are going for, just remember the vows and respect them. On a sad note, family members, friends, colleagues, media professionals, and well-wishers gathered in Abuja for a tribute night and service of songs in honor of the late Nigerian policy analyst, development economist, humanitarian, and public affairs analyst on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria, Dr. Emeka Okenu. The event highlighted his lifelong service, intellectual contributions to national development, and unwavering commitment to fostering informed public discourse through insightful analysis on national issues. Omenka Amarachku completes the report.
The atmosphere was filled with emotions and gratitude as loved ones celebrated the life and legacy of the late Emeka Okenu, whose insightful contributions to national discourse earned him respect across the country. Tributes from colleagues described the late Dr. Okenu as a thoughtful commentator, patriot, whose contributions on national television enriched public understanding.
At every time you can have a very good conversation with him.
He's very passionate, very committed.
May every tribute remind us of the power of selfless service.
He will show up at any time you call him.
Chief Dr. Emeka was an embodiment of knowledge, a humanitarian par excellence.
May God take Emeka's soul in the bosom of his heavenly places.
Please continue to visit, call, advise, and pray for us. We will always need you as his children.
The officiating minister encourages mourners to draw strength from God.
Death is an appointment to each and every one of us.
His funeral arrangements continue.
May his soul continue to rest in peace with the Lord. The NTA family will truly miss him. Now, it is on this note we conclude today's edition of People and Events. See you next week when we come your way with another interesting package. We say bye for now.